They say power is intoxicating. Come to Africa. That's where you get to know that power is not just intoxicating, but power is madness. Just like this Gabon's president, Ali Bongo. This man has been, the president of Gabon since 2009. His father, Omar Bongo, was the president for 42 years from 1967 to 2009. I took over from there. This man, you can see in the video, he was about to leave for France while his own people get soaked, or government officials get soaked in the rain. And you can see him with the umbrella. Here we have Dino Malai, always showing off on social media. And by the way, I did a video about this man. I'm going to leave the link in the comment section below. I mean, these are part of the people who flaunt wealth in your face, even though they are in government and they claim they are serving and fighting for the people. So guys, I'm just going to give you guys highlights about what happened, some of the things that happened during the week. Guys, this next one, I don't know what to call this. I don't know what to think of this. The Akwa Ibom state governor-elect, Umar Bassi, kept his promise. He finally declares happy hour in the state.
I tell you one thing. Every Friday, I will have what I call happy hour for the state. And it's simple. What do I want to do with happy hour? I want to create business for people that have facility. So we declare that, okay, you know what, between 5 and 6, these are the bars only. And we send someone there, give us these drinks. As people come, if you were to sell for 200, please sell for 50 naira, because we've paid you. And we get Akwa Ibom to relax. Get Akwa Ibom to relax. All work without play makes Jack a dull boy. We will mix play. I believe that if you work hard, you should rest well. So,
are you happy? I'm happy. Because I am alive. This is the first time since God brought me I discover and experience today in Watermountain. Friday, yeah, that. Every Friday, yeah, that. Baba say, happy hour, no be choice. Baba say, oh, yo. Yeah, that's how one boy gonna jump back again. Almost fun. No.
But guys, this came with mixed reaction. Some people believe that, it's a bad idea to do something like that, although the governor himself explained it. Some people keep saying that this is not the time for happy hour. He should just get in there and do his job. That people are suffering. Instead of thinking about happy hour, you should use the money, for other things that could benefit the state for a long time than this. That if people wants to buy drink or whatever they want to buy, they should use their own money. But if the state is working, this should really be nothing for an individual. Let us read some reactions here. Did they use una money buy una drink? Una they happy? No come cry say una no get good hospital or electricity. Make una they happy, they go. Another person here. I'm ashamed on his behalf. Some are into happy hour. For all these things, with the ground. Now, wow. Another person, now shall you all of you now go take the next 4 to 8 years. Somebody's daddy and husband exhibiting this level of mediocrity. The next one right here is the president-elect, Tinubu. Tinubu was spotted, according to some reports, although other reports says that this report about Tinubu being in London with CJN of Nigeria, as Chief Justice of Nigeria, is incorrect. But this Chief Justice was on a wheelchair. Now remember, Tinubu's case is still in court. Him being the president of Nigeria, Peter Obi is fighting the case. Before May 29th, Labour Party's team wants something to be done, and they are hoping that the judicial system or the courts is going to help them get this mandate. And now this is happening.
Mr. President, do not hold that inauguration. CJ and your lordship, do not partake in unconstitutionality. I am taking these risks for the sake of my country. Yes, it is extreme, and I'm saying it. It was more extreme for Yakubu to issue that certificate. It was reckless. He is putting all our lives in danger. All of us were already at risk. So what is there again in me taking risks again? What have they not done against Nigeria? What have they not abused in Nigeria? Now they will take the constitution where it is clear, it says, and get 24. After that, and FCT. They fail to get it. They are going to swear this man in, and I should be afraid? I will not be. I'm telling you that on the 20th, Nigeria,
The next one is something I call shocking. The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kayode Ariwola, was seen leaving the Supreme Court for Ansaruddin Central Mosque, Abuja, to observe his prayers. Now, this is coming, according to reports, in the wake of speculations that he is in London to meet President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Other reports says that the CJN actually disguises to be on a wheelchair. It's not like this man can't walk, but it disguises to be on a wheelchair. And people are beginning to protest that no, they don't want this man, this particular man. They want him out.
And being part of this struggle, we want to raise an alarm. Something transpired that Nigerians and the international community need to be aware of. As you are aware that we have the Chief Justice of the Federation, His Lordship, Justice Ariwola. We were made to understand that the Chief Justice of the Federation that would may pretend over the litigation process is currently in the United Kingdom. And how did he get there? We are made to understand that he left 1 week before time in order to avoid suspicion. When he got there, he was on wheelchair, he was pushed on wheelchair, and he boarded the British Airways. And immediately he got to London, he dashed into his hotel and disembarked from the wheelchair. The Chief Justice of the Federation does not have any physical disability. But for him to discuss in this manner raises a lot of questions. And on this premise, we also made to understand that while he got checked into his hotel, he began to rigmarole. He began to move around to go for other things in his foot. So that is the subterfuge there. And information also have it that one of the presidential candidates of this election that was moved and declared in respect to the election. I don't want to mention names because this organization here, we stand for justice. We stand for justice. And on that premise, we shall continue to demand for justice. So what we are saying here right now is that one of the presidential candidates that partook, one of the principal contenders of this election, is currently in the United Kingdom. He left Nigeria unannounced. So what does that tell you? There's going to be a meeting. There's going to be a meeting in a Nicodemus manner in the United Kingdom. In that meeting, we have it on a good authority that Nigeria, the justice system of Nigeria, will be deliberated on that table. And that meeting, we already know the premonition of that meeting. They are going to be adjudicating justice and dispensing justice to a particular individual that is the principal contender of this election. We are saying no. We are saying no to that. What we are demanding is for the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Ariwola, to step aside and allow a new CGA for this country.
Guys, it's complicating as usual. I got a report recently, that the appeal court grants Obi's request to serve petition on Tinubu. The Court of Appeal in Abuja granted permission to Peter Obi to serve his petition challenging the February 25th, 2023 presidential election. That's what Obi is doing. He's been on it for a while.
Nigeria, I believe in this document. That is why I'm so lawful. That is why I'm so confident. And that is why however extreme it is, Sheung, I am saying it on national TV. I don't like to take risks. I'm not taking any risks. Swearing in a ticket that has not met the constitutional requirements of the Constitution, is ending democracy. Quote me on it.
That's your interpretation.
That is my interpretation, and that is indeed a correct interpretation. You cannot swear people who have not met the constitutional requirement. You can't do that. If you did it, you have done something unlawful, something unconstitutional. And I'm repeating it. Whoever does not meet the constitutional requirement must never be sworn in. You said my name. If you like, I can say it again. I'm Dr. Baba Ahmed. I'm not taking risks with my safety and with my life. But I'm repeating, swear in anybody who does not meet the constitutional requirements of our country. You are engaging in an unconstitutional act.
This whole election thing, I think we'll keep talking about this till May. Now, speaking about May 29th, there was a pastor, a prophecy. Remember that prophet that says that, Tinubu will be arrested, Peter Obi will be arrested, but Peter Obi will eventually become the president of Nigeria. Now, let us read this. They said this pastor's prophecy is really coming to pass. Weeks before the presidential election, he prophesied that the election will be rigged. Tinubu will be declared the winner. Peter Obi will cry on national TV. They said all these prophecies came to pass. Peter Obi will then go to court. All these have already happened. According to his prophecy, what will happen next is that Peter Obi will be arrested and he is going to suffer. According to the pastor, that's what the pastor said. In his words, Peter Obi must suffer. He is coming to play the role of Messiah. He will be arrested and his arrest will lead to a revolution in Nigeria. Everyone should stay indoor. Then Tinubu will also be arrested on the swearing-in day. Then later, the court will declare Peter Obi the next president of Nigeria. Guys, they ended this by saying the pastor is alleged to have 100% prophecy accuracy. Interesting.
Prophecy coming to pass.
Before the 29th, the swearing-in day, when bat will be taken. Before that day, when bat will be taken, I saw Peter will be arrested and detained by DSS after the election. Because he's coming to play the role of somewhat like a Messiah, but not the way you define Messiah. And the way Messiah suffers, he must suffer. He'll be arrested and detained. When moment that is done, please stay in your houses. The moment that is done, the revolution and the riots will increase. there will be killings. There will be destruction of properties. And the day for swearing in Tinubu will come. I saw white, I saw green. About to be sworn in that day. And everybody that I said is the next president will be rejoicing. We say, yes, I told you. Prophet that don't see far will start telling you, didn't I tell you Tinubu is the next president? And while at that event, it looks like a very open ground, like a stadium like center. You know, I'm telling you what will happen. So while at that event, military men will come in and they will arrest Tinubu. I saw United Nations intervening. After Tinubu is taken away, I think released for a while, he will also go to court. The interim government will not be long. No. The interim government will not be long, and after a while, the court will declare Obi as winner of the election. Then I saw Peter Obi in Aso Rock. I saw him giving speech as a president of Nigeria, but not May 29th.
This person, Festus Keyamo, is seriously fighting this. Yes, Festus Keyamo submitted a petition to Department of State Services, that's DSS, against Peter Obi and Dati. Let us read exactly what he said. Earlier today, I submitted a petition to the department, that's DSS, against Mr. Peter Obi and Dati Baba Ahmed, Labour Party's vice presidential candidate, Dati Baba Ahmed, to rein them in for their conducts and utterances which border on incitement and treasonable felony. A call for peace and national healing does not amount to weakness.
So why are they using such phrases or such sentences in a derogatory manner? It is what is provided for by law. And people have actually retrieved their mandates by going to court. It is only when it does not favor you. And that is what the Labour Party is doing. And that is why I had to petition them to the DSS. There's a build-up to something that they are doing. Shehu, there's a build-up. The build-up they are doing is to rile the people up, pump them up, and then turn them against the judiciary, that if your judgment does not go in a particular way. And that is why he has come here yesterday. He came here yesterday to say the constitution comes interpreted. What does that mean? He's telling the judiciary that this thing, I have interpreted it. The people of Nigeria have interpreted it. And if you say anything different, they will come after you. So what? No, I need to make this point. I need to make this point. That is where they're going. And so they are setting up a scene for rebellion. And they are setting up a scene to blackmail the judiciary. And that is why if you go online now, I have alerted the DSS that they have camped some boys in one popular hotel in Abuja. And I will give that information to the DSS, where they have told them every morning to be pumping out, online messages to rile up the citizens, cause fear, and all of that. And so what they want to do is to say once the judiciary now goes another way, then the judiciary must...
Speaking about losing respect, this guy, Ayofai Oshe and Rufai Oseni of Arise News actually clashed. There was a huge argument between these two. Now, about this guy, Rufai himself, I've got some people who had said that Rufai got somebody is low-key or silently supporting. Is this true? I don't know. Is this false? I wouldn't know. But that's the rumors out there by some people that Rufai is, supporting a party but running it as a journalist. Now let's talk about Ayo Fayose, who personally I don't know where he stands. You know, Ayo Fayose today will put out statements that seem like he's supporting APC. Tomorrow he put out another statement that seems like he's supporting Labour Party. This man just talks, grants interviews. He's been granting interviews ever since, like, you know, a couple of times I've heard him say some things that it's kind of contradicting. Sounds contradicting, might be different words, but it's just a little bit confusing statements and his interviews by people. The argument between Ayo Fayose and Rufai Hussein is expected to happen because Ayo Fayose himself is controversial. So Ayo Fayose actually said it here again that he knows who Rufai is supporting. I actually called Rufai out on that. Guys, what's your thoughts about this?
Clean hands. I read a lot and I listen to your comments. I feel, like I said, we need to sit back and correct a lot of things.
But you give me a right of rebuttal.
Go to your question again.
You give me a right of rebuttal on the bus lane incident because I put it to you, sir. You don't know the full story of what happened.
Excuse me. If
you give me a right of rebuttal. You give me a right of rebuttal. And go ahead.
If you go that lane, we will not make a sense of this program. I was invited by your station. If you didn't touch something that impugns on my personality, I will not give you an answer to that. So if you're asking a question, I told Ruben about it yesterday, and I specifically complained about you and your attack on the people you don't believe in as a politician.
No, I have a right to do my job. You can't complain about me to my colleague.
Excuse me.
That's not
I am
right.
equally telling you.
That's
I know where you are. That's not right of you as well. That is technically not right of you as well. And if you want us to leave personal attacks, because you are good at that, and I'm equally good if you want it, I'll serve it as well as that. So this program is meant to talk about issues of Nigeria and not issues of a person. We know where you are, we know where you belong, we know the parties you are supporting, but let's leave that out of the issue.
I just want to share this. This man, he said, for anybody to say you will unseat Ahmed Bola Tinubu, you are daydreaming. That election has come and gone. There's another video of him saying that on Channels News.
I'm not desperate for any appointment. You know, I am somebody who will not cringe because of a piece of me. Don't mind whatever little boy says. In 2 million Nigerians have been governor twice, I am contented. But for anybody to say you will unseat Ahmed Bola Tinubu, you are daydreaming. You are daydreaming. It's a nightmare you are putting yourself through. That election has come and gone.
All right.
In America, today, the former president is still saying it was rigged. He that will come to Ekiti must have cleaner hands.
So, Governor Fayose, we just
today
have
in Nigeria,
we just have 30,
that election has come and gone.
We have 30 seconds.
But you are at liberty to go to court.
Yeah.
But something shocking happened in the midst of all this. Even his own party had to suspend him. They said, or let me put it this way, he was suspended for alleged anti-party activities. I mean, it's for PDP, like I said, it's been talking a lot. I don't even know where it stands though, but it's just been talking, saying a lot of things that sounds confusing and contradicting. Ayo Fayose actually reacted to that, his suspension, which I think it sounded funny here. He said, Ayu and his cohort are only entertaining themselves with the purported suspension as their latest comedy skit. In a matter of days, the inglorious tenure of Ayu as national chairman of PDP will become history, and the party will enjoy a new lease of life. Ayo Fayose is stubborn, isn't it? Okay, there's something going on in Abga. Remember this man? Some of you, might not remember his face, but remember what he did. He was the one who called out Peter Obi, who said Peter Obi has got a curse on him because he promised that he's not going to leave Abga, and he left. So he will never become the president of Nigeria. This was the man that said that.
I said it at that time, and I still repeat it. Unless Peter Obi, my brother, returns to Abga, he will not achieve anything politically. He knows because he took a vow that he will never leave Abuja. That any day he leaves Abuja, let his family die. Everybody in his family die. He said it now. But he still left Abuja. Why did he make such a vow? He left Abuja and joined PDP. He was vice president to Atiku. Now he's going for presidency. It will be a catastrophic exercise. It will not work.
Now they are having issues in their own party. They call it Abga leadership tussle. Channels News shared it, and another, different platform actually shared it. Kept granting interviews. Both of them, Victor Oye versus Edozie Njoku. Oye is the man, the red cap man. That was the man that actually called out Peter Obi. And Edozie Njoku is the other guy. They're fighting for leadership, who's to be the chairman of Abga. Crisis.
It needs to be stated that at this point, the dispute being who should be the acting national chairman of the first responder.
The next one right here is about Odumeje. We got a report that Odumeje says that, that report is funny to me, that he will die soon. And I was like, why would anybody even say that he's going to die soon? Even though he's going to die soon. Why would he say that? Odumeje reacted to that report. He says, I have never told anyone I would die soon. It's music that I sang. I didn't say I would die soon. Well, thank God he came out to clarify that. Because now people are beginning to say, Odumeje, now, we know you now. We know what you did, so your days are numbered. Okay, guys, that is where I'm going to hold it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Like this video, subscribe if you're yet to do so. Until we see you next time, peace.
Oshokomola himself, Peter the Rock. All you have said,
thank you very much.
All you have said is a justification of continued illegality in our country. And a lot of people are taken aback because also you yourself have been secretly recorded by an army captain when you were hatching out election fraud plans yourself in 2014. And we all remember that experience. So is it that we should continue in that now? And I also like to ask you this honestly. If another person apart from Bola Ahmed Tinubu you supported won this election, would you come on air and say all of these things that you're saying, that people should move on without justice? You try to just rationalize what happened in Lagos. Yes, it happened in other parts of the country. But the killings, the hurts, the laceration of people's body and the likes, that happened in parts of the country. Most importantly, what happened in Lagos. So should we justify this now because it favors people that you were in support of?
Can I just correct you there? I take exception to your claim that I was secretly recorded. And I take exception that nobody has proven that. Yes, I can be recorded, but nobody will ever say to you that I said they should go and rig an election. And I want to say to you, I've avoided touching on this area. When you are talking about Nigeria, let us start with the press. And let us start with your person. You recall the incident on the bus lane and you attack on the police. That shows that you, as a journalist, a public analyst, somebody who is supposed to live above board, is not equally living above board. And he that must come to it. So going by what you asked, Nigeria needs a total overhauling of leadership and followership. I have said it earlier that it is important to know since 1979, nothing has changed. People rushing to court now. Atiku has always gone to court since I knew Atiku as a politician and a contestant. Atiku went to court in 2019. The same judiciary said to the whole world that President Buhari won that election. Listen to you and listen to me. If we are not careful, as a commentator we will remain on the television molding the opinion of Nigerians negatively, because that is what we want them to hear. For me, the election that brought Ahmed Bola Tinubu within the context of our conduct in this country is credible. It may not be the best, because you can't tell me it's Bola Ahmed Tinubu that killed the people you are mentioning. You can't tell me it was Sanwo-Olu that killed the people in Lagos. When there was an election in Ekiti, they hit me here on my back. A policeman hit me with. You can't tell me it was Sanwo-Olu that killed the people in Lagos. When there was an election in Ekiti, they hit me here on my back. A policeman hit me with the butt of the gun. Most of the journalists were saying Fayose has come with his drama again. I had 3 surgeries last year.